Hey everyone, this is Lukas and welcome to Vlogwaves. Today I want to first and foremost apologize for abandoning my channel. It seems like I abandon my channel on a regular basis, but before you unsub, let me explain myself. I recently picked up a second job, so I'm working 2 jobs. It's currently 6 days a week. Fridays are my only free days, and also there's been some issues with mental health, and so it's just been very hard to get through it all and get through the video editing process to actually make videos for you guys. But things have been getting better. I've been allocating my time more wisely, and I feel like I'm able to commit more to what I'm saying, if that makes any sense. Because there are a lot of like TBRs and challenges and stuff that I may have said I would do in the past but never really committed to, or never made a video about it. And so I'm just putting that out there right off the bat that I haven't forgotten about it. I haven't forgotten about you guys. I haven't forgotten about this channel. So if you would still like to see content like you've seen before, or content related to science or books in general, or critical thinking, please stay, enjoy yourself, subscribe if you haven't already, and here we go. Now, what is today's topic? Today's topic is going to be about learning to love reading. This is something I've been thinking about a lot lately, especially since I've been reading this magnificent beast, The Three-Body Problem by Cixin Liu. This is translated by Ken Liu, and it's a Chinese-based sci-fi novel, first contact novel. And it's a hard science fiction novel, so it's based around a lot of things that our current technology can kind of see in the future. Including nanotechnology, astrophysics, particle accelerators, things that we're already used to. I believe this was published in 2008, and I'm just getting around to reading it now. I've heard nothing but good praise for this book, and so since I'm a fan of 1, Chinese culture, 2, sci-fi, and 3, first contact books, I mean, it's a no-brainer that I would pick this up. And I'm almost done with it. I've got about maybe 50 pages left, which I will finish off today. And it really got me understanding more about what it means to love reading. Because when I was growing up, it wasn't really important to read. Reading was always thought of as a chore, or something, a task you have to do. And the whole goal is to do it and have it be done, right? So it's the goal of reading was always to finish reading, so you could finish reading and do something else. So I think that subconsciously and consciously has been the hardest hurdle for me to get over, because I've never been encouraged directly or indirectly to read in a leisurely way, that's transparent, let's say. But when I was reading this book, I was realizing to myself, because, I was thinking about a lot of the challenges that I hadn't finished, and a lot of the things I had committed to that I hadn't finished. I still haven't read Illumini. But this book caught my attention, and it's one of those things where you just get so lost in the grand scope of things that it just completely captures you. And I think the last time I actually felt that was when I was reading, what was it? Maybe the Harry Potter books? It's just that sort of wonder. It's like you don't want that world to end, right? And so I think I'm starting to understand more how to love reading for what it is. Because on BookTube especially, you get these readathons by fellow booktubers and by the official booktube channels alike that are like encouraging you to read books or meet your challenge, meet your goals, and it's easy to look at Goodreads and think of it as like a trophy case. I've read this many books and I know how to read. I know how to read really well, and I know how to criticize them and critique all these books, But I always knew that wasn't the point of reading, was to just read and then be done reading so you could do something else, like maybe, I don't know, screw around on a video game or do another activity that you enjoy. But I think I'm slowly learning to just enjoy the process, because I've been studying a lot more about mindfulness meditation, and I think that correlates directly to the Chinese culture in this book, and the sort of, I don't want to spoil anything for this because I'm going to do a review of this in the future. That's not a lie, I swear. But the culture in China and the sort of Zen-like attitude is really how you enjoy reading. Because before it's like, okay, I finished the book. Oh, now I can do something else. But now it's like, I know some of you who are gamers, that feeling you get if you're at work and you're thinking about, like, I want to finish this game, so I'm really excited to get home and play, right? Just recently, I've gotten this feeling with books, and it's a genuine feeling inside, like, oh, I can't wait to get home and continue reading this book that has the story that I enjoy. It's a really magical thing, and I can't explain it because it's not something that I actually intended on or trained for. It's just something that happened as I read more and more. It became more and more about the journey and not about the end point. In fact, I'm actually dreading the end point because I don't want it to end. I want to know more about the characters, I want to know more about the science, I want to know more about the aliens and things like that. But I think that's really cool that I'm starting to feel that now. And so I'm looking forward to that carrying on to the next books I'm going to read, be them fiction or nonfiction. Because I suppose this is the sort of thing that you can't learn by study. You have to just continue reading. Look at things, subjects that interest you, that you know interest you, and read. And at first, at least for me, this is all personal experience, you'll start off not really enjoying the journey, you'll enjoy the destination. And you'll enjoy the memory more so than the current now. But I think the only way to power through that is to just continue reading, because it's a snowball effect. The more you read, the better you get at memory, the better you get at comprehension, the better you get at memorizing characters, making neural connections based on what the characters do, where they are in the story, where the story sets in with the setting, things like that. And so when you move from one story to the next, your skill has already gone up. And so when you'll hit this point, at least I did, where you'll remember so much more than you thought you could, even if you're just skimming. Like, there was a time when I had to go to work, so I was trying to get through this chapter really quickly, and I thought, oh, this is going to be just like before, I won't be able to remember a dang thing, and so I'll have to reread it again later. But I remember all the important plot points and which characters they happened to. And it made me really happy, to be honest with you. And so, yeah, that's just the kind of thing that happens over time. And I think reading is a bit hard when it comes to that, because it has more of a break-in period. It requires more of your mental energy. It requires effort on your part, and it requires you to be in a certain headspace to actually appreciate. Whereas certain things, certain like clicker games, certain browsing YouTube, watching Netflix and stuff, that stuff is a low process in your brain. And so you can just kind of go zombie mode and go for it. But the true joy of reading is being mentally invested in it. And that takes energy, that takes willpower. I liken it to when I was playing a lot of Monster Hunter World. And I really got into it, and I got into the mechanics, and I got into how individual bosses were. I noticed that I didn't play that game when I was feeling lazy. I play Monster Hunter when I'm feeling like I want a challenge. When I want to really think about things and really try new strategies out, try a new weapon out. So it's the same thing with reading. It's like you want to see what happens, you want to invest your mental energy to understand what's going on so that you can make your own conclusions, imagine it in your head, and then project that into your own words when you're talking about it. So that's basically what I learned as I'm reading this book. And so that's all I want to say for today's video. Again, guys, I'm sorry for the weird upload schedule I've had, or the lack thereof. I promise I'll start making more videos, and make sure you stay tuned for a review from this, because like I said, I'm almost done with it, and I for sure am going to do a review on it because I have so much to say. I have so many spoilery things to say and so many non-spoilery things to say about this book. It's got me gripped, honestly. But yeah, without further ado, that is the video. If you like this video, remember to like and subscribe and suggest it to a friend. Share it if you want. And yeah, I'll see you later. Take it easy.